Assalamualaikum and a very good day to everyone. Let me start with a simple question. Think back to your school days. Was there a teacher who inspired you, encouraged you, or believed in you when you doubted yourself? Many of us can easily remember at least one teacher who made a meaningful impact on our life. This is because teachers do more than just teach academic subjects. They guide students, shape their values, and help them discover their potential. Education plays a vital role in shaping the future of individuals and the nation. A strong education system ensures that students are equipped not only with knowledge, but also with important life skills, moral values, and the ability to contribute positively to society. Therefore, in order to achieve these goals, every country develops its own educational aspirations and directions. So today, my presentation is titled Aspiration and Direction of Malaysian Education, Shaping a Teacher as an Educator. In this presentation, I will discuss three main aspects. First, the aspiration of Malaysian education. Second, the direction and transformation of the Malaysian education system. And third, the important role of teachers as educators in achieving these aspirations. So through the discussion, we can better understand how teacher contributes to shaping not only students, but also the future of our nation. To begin with, let us start understand what is meant by educational aspirations. So, educational aspiration refer to the goals, hopes, and vision that a country wants to achieve through its education system. Education is not only about transferring knowledge from teachers to students. Instead, education aims to develop individuals who are capable of thinking critically, solving problems, communicating effectively, and contributing positively to society. Every nation designs its education system based on the type of citizens it hopes to produce. For example, a country may want citizens who are innovative, responsible, and capable of competing globally. In the context of Malaysia, educational aspiration focus on producing individuals who are balanced and holistic in terms of intellectual, emotional, spiritual, and physical development. This holistic approach ensures that students grow into well-rounded individuals who are able to face challenges in both personal and professional life. So the aspiration of Malaysian education are strongly influenced by an important guiding principle known as the National Education Philosophy. The National Education Philosophy serves as the foundation of the Malaysian education system. It states that education in Malaysia is a continuous effort to develop individuals who are balanced and harmonious intellectually, spiritually, emotionally, and physically. So the aim is to produce citizens who are knowledgeable, competent, morally upright, responsible, and capable of contributing to the harmony and prosperity of society and the nation. This philosophy highlights that education must focus on the holistic development of students. In other words, education should not only focus on academic achievements, such as examination results. Instead, education should also develop positive values such as honesty, responsibility, discipline, respect, and empathy. For example, a student may achieve excellent grades in school, but without good moral values, that knowledge may not benefit society. Therefore, teachers play an important role in ensuring that students develop both academic knowledge and strong character. Through the implementation of the National Education Philosophy, Malaysian education aims to nurture individuals who are not only successful in their careers but also responsible members of society. In order to improve and strengthen the education system, the Malaysian government introduced the Malaysian Education Blueprint 2013-2025. This blueprint outlines several important strategies to transform the national education system so that Malaysian students are able to compete at the international level. One of the key features of this blueprint is the development of 6 student aspirations. The first aspiration is knowledge, which emphasizes mastery of important academic subjects. The second aspiration is thinking skills, which focuses on developing students' ability to think critically, creatively, and analytically. The third aspiration is leadership skills, which encourages students to work collaboratively, communicate effectively, and demonstrate leadership qualities. The fourth aspiration is bilingual proficiency, which ensures that students are able to communicate effectively in both Bahasa Malaysia and English. The fifth aspiration is ethics and spirituality, which highlights the importance of moral values and personal integrity. And finally, the sixth aspiration is national identity, which promotes the patriotism and appreciation for Malaysian culture and diversity. So these aspirations aim to prepare students not only for academic success, but also for the challenges of the modern world. However, this aspiration can only be achieved if teachers play their roles effectively. The direction of Malaysian education has evolved significantly over time. In the past, the education system mainly emphasized memorization and examination performance. Students were expected to listen to teachers, remember information, and reproduce their information during exams. However, education today emphasizes student-centered learning. In student-centered learning, students are encouraged to actively participate in the learning process. They are encouraged to ask questions, discuss ideas, explore information independently, and collaborate with their peers. This approach helps students develop important skills such as critical thinking, creativity, and problem solving. Another important direction of Malaysian education is the integration of technology in teaching and learning. Digital technology has transformed the way education is delivered. Teachers now use digital tools such as educational videos, interactive presentations, online learning platforms, and digital simulation. This technology helps make learning more engaging, interactive, and meaningful for students. Teachers play a crucial role in achieving the aspirations and direction of Malaysian education. A teacher is not simply someone who delivers lessons in the classroom, but a teacher is an educator who shapes the development of students intellectually, emotionally, and morally. Teachers serve several important roles. Firstly, teachers act as facilitators of learning. Instead of simply giving answers, teachers guide students to explore knowledge and discover solutions independently. Secondly, teachers act as mentors who provide support, encouragement, and guidance to students. Students often face challenges in school, whether academic or personal, and teachers help them to overcome these difficulties. Thirdly, teachers act as role models. Students observe the behavior and attitudes of their teachers. Therefore, teachers must demonstrate positive qualities such as discipline, respect, integrity, and responsibility. Through these roles, teachers contribute significantly to the success of the education system. In order to fulfill their responsibilities effectively, teachers must possess several important characteristics. One important characteristic is passion of teaching. A passionate teacher genuinely cares about students' learning and success. This passion motivates teachers to put effort into preparing lessons and supporting students. Another important characteristic is creativity. Creative teachers use innovative teaching strategies to make learning interesting and meaningful. For example, teachers may use storytelling, interactive activities, group discussion, and multimedia presentations. Teachers must also be lifelong learners. Education is constantly evolving, and teachers must continuously improve their knowledge and teaching skills. They may attend training programs, workshops, or professional development courses. Finally, teachers must possess strong moral values and professionalism. Teachers must demonstrate honesty, fairness, and responsibility in their professional duties. This characteristic help teachers to become effective educators who inspire and motivate their students. Digital technology plays an increasingly important role in modern education. Digital learning objects such as videos, animation, infographics, and interactive activities can make lessons more engaging and easier to understand. For example, instead of explaining a scientific process using only text, teachers can show an animated video that illustrates the process step by step. This visual representation helps students understand complex concepts more easily. Digital learning tools also encourage students to participate actively in the learning process. For instance, online quizzes and educational games can increase students' motivation and engagement. Therefore, teachers must develop digital competencies in order to effectively integrate technology into their teaching. Teachers have a powerful and lasting influence on their students. Many successful individuals often mention that a teacher plays an important role in inspiring them. Teachers shape not only students' knowledge but also their confidence, attitudes, and aspirations. For example, a teacher who encourages students to believe in themselves can help build their confidence. Similarly, a teacher who shows kindness and patience can influence students to develop similar values. So, the impact of a teacher may last for many years. Students may forget certain lessons, but they rarely forget teachers who inspired and supported them. In conclusion, the aspirations and direction of Malaysian education aim to develop individuals who are knowledgeable, skilled, ethical, and responsible citizens. These aspirations are guided by the national education philosophy and supported by the Malaysia Education Blueprint. However, achieving these goals requires dedicated and passionate teachers. Teachers play an important role as educators, mentors, facilitators, and role models. By embracing creativity, technology, and continuous learning, teachers can create meaningful learning experiences that inspire students. As future educators, we must remember that teaching is not just a profession. It is a responsibility to shape the future generation. When we educate students, we are not only teaching them academic knowledge, we are shaping the future of our nation. Thank you so much for your attention. Bye!